Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm announcing my TBR and participation in the Winter Biannual Bibliothon. When the girls, the readathon is run by a number of different channels, and I will link the details below of the Biannual Bibliothon's YouTube channel, but there's about 5 or 6 girls that run this, and I'm subscribed to all of them, and they're all really great. And I've never been able to participate in this before for whatever reasons, or the reading challenges haven't really sort of sat well with what I wanted to read, but there's nothing better than a readathon to kick off your January, and this one takes place between the 3rd and the 9th of January, and I just couldn't resist. And this year I love the reading challenges that they've put out. They put all of the information out really early, so it gives everybody loads of time to come up with their TBRs, and I love that. And so when I was planning my January TBR, I planned in for the readathon, so I'm really excited to show you the books that I've picked. The first challenge is to read the group book, and there'll be a live show talking about that. I think it's on the 10th of January after the Bibliothon ends, and that is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I actually haven't got my copy yet, so I will be reading this though, and I have ordered my copy, so this is the front cover for that. The next challenge that has been set is to reread a book, and it can be any book you want to reread. This falls really nicely into something that fits into my TBR anyway. I'm doing a buddy read with Nicole from Dorker Brain. We are completing the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness. I have read A Discovery of Witches, which is the first in the trilogy, but it was a long time ago, and I feel like maybe I need to refresh myself before continuing on. I've actually got that on my Kindle, but this is what the front cover looks like, and so I will be reading that one on my Kindle as my reread book. The next challenge is to pick a book that's been on your shelf for over a year. So what I did is I went back to one of my book hauls from December last year and had a look at what I picked up, and the book that I picked from that was Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. I really wanted to read this, and I just for some reason haven't picked it up, so this has given me the prime opportunity to give this one a go. This is about a girl who wakes up in hospital after being comatose, I believe, for 3.5 years. She doesn't remember the last 3.5 years of her life, and it's about her going back to her life and trying to pick up the pieces of what's happened since she's been gone. So I'm really interested to read this one. The next challenge is to pick a book that is over 300 pages, and for that I've picked Unbecoming by Jenny Downham. This book is actually 430 odd pages. I've wanted to read this since I've picked it up, and this will give me a good chance. You may notice from this TBR I'm feeling a bit contemporary at the moment, a bit YA contemporary, and these books are always great for readathons because they're such fast reads, and I've really looked forward to reading this after I heard quite a lot of people gush about how great it is, and possibly that it's a bit of a tearjerker. This is a book, I think, about 3 generations of a family, 3 women in the family. There's a 17-year-old, her mother and the grandmother, and it's their 3 stories interwoven together, and it just sounds lovely. Next is to pick a book from your favourite genre and just sort of pick a book that you really want to read, and my favourite genre is probably YA, but not necessarily any particular part of that, so I picked up one that I really wanted to read, and that is Lorelei by Laura Dockwell. I saw Laura talk at the Cheltenham Book Festival, and I was really interested in this story. It's a mermaid story. It sounds great. I love the front cover. Great again for a readathon because I think it'll be a quick read, and just sounds like a really good fun story. Next, you're asked to pick a book and judge it by its cover. So that's to pick up a book that you can't remember the synopsis or don't know the synopsis for, or that you purely picked up on cover alone. I have absolutely no idea really what this book is about, but that is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. The only thing I know about this book is that everyone raved about the format that it's written in, because it's written in various different media types, I think maybe emails and briefing notes, and the cover looks interesting and spacey, and I don't know anything about this, so I'll let you know when I've read it what I think of it. And the final challenge is to read a book that has been recommended to you. It could have been recommended to you by anybody, and this one, when I did my book haul showing all of the books by this author, this one was recommended to me, and the one that most people commented on saying how much they loved. and so I really want to get to it, and that is Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. I'm going to read you the back of this one because it probably explains it better than me. Welcome to Bascom, North Carolina, where it seems that everyone has a story to tell about the Waverley women. The house that's been in the family for generations, the walled garden that mysteriously blooms year-round, the rumours of dangerous loves and tragic passions. Every Waverley woman is somehow touched by magic. Claire has always clung to the Waverley's roots, tending the enchanted soil in the family's garden from which she makes her sought-after delicacies, famed and feared for their curious effects. She has everything she thinks she needs until one day she wakes to find a stranger has moved in next door and a vine of ivy has crept into her garden. Claire's carefully tended life is about to run gloriously out of control. It sounds a bit magical, it sounds romantic, and this is the one that's been recommended over and over again from that haul, so I wanted to pick up this one. So that's all the books, the 7 books that I'm planning on trying to read this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to them all, but I'm certainly going to give it a good go, and I'm really excited to be part of this readathon. Check out the Biannual Bibliothon booktube channel, which I will have linked below. There's also a lot of challenges. There's a challenge for every day of the week, so if you're into making video challenges, there's definitely plenty to get involved in there. I'm just going to be participating in the reading challenges, I think, just because of time, but I'm very excited to be joining this and to be reading lots and lots in January and to be trying to complete all the challenges. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books and if you're taking part, and I look forward to seeing you all after the readathon and letting you know how I did. Okay, bye for now, booktube.